All right. Welcome, everybody, to Synonymous episode 4. And if you're just listening, um, Reggie's not with me on the couch this week. And, but if you're watching, he is on screen. We're Skyping. We're doing this episode through Skype. And if you can see, what he's got on, he's got a surgical, medical mask on. And, he hasn't informed me, why he hasn't been able to be in person this week. We've had limited contact over the past week. We have had a few FaceTime calls, and in each of these FaceTime calls, they're brief, but he's always got this surgical mask on. So, him, for the sake of the podcast and wanting to keep it natural and organic, he's kind of refused to tell me why, what's going on. And he wanted to save it for the podcast. My guess is that he's probably got the coronavirus, or maybe some kind of cousin or some virus that's related to it. Him being a good friend that he is, he didn't want to be in my presence and infect me possibly with this virus. So he insisted that we did it remotely, and I'm just hoping the best for my guy. He's saving it for today. He's laughing, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Hoping for the best for my guy.
But he saved it all for today, so he can tell me, man to man, and the rest of you guys out there listening, what's going on. So, Reggie, I don't know if medically you're permitted to take the mask off and talk to us, but if you could just let us know what's going on, we'd all appreciate it.
First and foremost, Travis, that was a hell of an introduction. You got me sound like I'm on my fucking deathbed.
You look like you on your deathbed.
No, I'm in Korea right now, so I know these masks are in high demand back at home. So if you need one, let me know. I got them for sale. I got multiples. I got them for sale for
KF94. I don't know what the rest of that brand name is, but it looks...
Me neither, but I'm hustling out here. No, I recently came to Korea, and the coronavirus is serious, but everybody here in the Asian culture pretty much wears the mask just for safety issues before the coronavirus. Crazy thing, though, I didn't even tell you. I was recently in Japan, and there was a cruise ship that got docked in Yokohama, Japan, at the port. And the cruise ship had like 2,500 people on it and had like 300 people infected with the coronavirus. And it was quarantined at the port in Yokohama. So I was in Japan getting a Korean work visa. And on my way leaving Japan on the highway, we literally rode right next and right past the Diamond Princess cruise ship that was quarantined at the port in Yokohama. Like,
damn.
I literally rode through the coronavirus, like, as close as it gets. And you can look this up on CNN, Yokohama, Japan, Diamond Princess cruise ship. And I thought I was gonna lose my fucking mind how close I was to the coronavirus.
Wow.
I should have told you that. That shit. I know it's all fun and games and jokes, but that virus is actually serious.
Did you have?
No, I didn't have.
I didn't have my
mask on at the time.
Damn.
Nah, I wasn't. I didn't have it on.
Well, look, man, we're all relieved that you don't have it, and wow. I kind of feel bad for speculating it now, knowing that you were so close to it, and it really could have been true. But why don't you tell us?
It could have been true.
It could have been true, but luckily it's not. So, I mean, you can keep the mask on throughout this episode if you want, but I think it's safe.
Like my favorite.
Oh man, I wipe my mask like
had to wipe my mask like my face was sweating.
You smell me? Oh man,
smell me. We gotta find that clip.
We're gonna cue up that clip. It's what was it, like the toughest gangs in America? Some shit. Was that what it was?
Yeah, like Ross Kemp or some shit. Ross Kemp. Yeah, it was in St. Louis.
That's right. It was the St. Louis edition. That's right. And this dude was smoking dippers or some shit, right? Is that what he was? He was like, I got everything, what you need, but he was tweaking. He was on some shit, and he was giving an interview, and then he had a white mask on his whole face, and as he's talking, talking his shit, he wipes his face.
What he wiped it?
But he's got a mask on, and he realized he did it right after he did it, and he's smacked out of his mind. Like, I wipe my mask like it's sweating. You smell me?
My face was.
It's a classic clip. We're gonna find it and throw it up for sure.
Tweaking. He was high out of his mind.
Yeah,
he was definitely tweaking on that one. It's a classic. We're gonna find that clip for y'all and cue that up.
For sure.
A lot of choices out here. I wipe my mask like it's sweat. You smell me?
That's classic.
So again, man.
But I'm here in Korea, man.
Yeah, tell us what you're doing out there.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. So I got a opportunity to come out here and play basketball, continue my career. It's a blessing. It was really short notice. I found out on Tuesday.
Take the mask off, bro. And, take the mask off.
I found out on Tuesday the possibility, and then I flew out here on like a Saturday morning. But I came out here and here for a couple months, to finish out the season, and then I'll be back home and we can resume back on the couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until then, this is what we got.
No, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. We all happy for you. You out there getting that work in. And we're also happy that you're not infected with any viruses or anything like that. Because I mean, I was scared for a while, but no, man, that's dope. And yeah, so for the next, as long as Reggie's out there, we're gonna keep pumping out these episodes. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for us as far as, how to maximize all the recording, audio, video, and stuff. We're going to get it right. So yeah, just bear with us. And then we're also going to start bringing on some guests while Reggie's gone. That was always a plan of ours. But we're going to start that next week. Next week, we're going to have on our first guest. I don't know if I should tell you.
Don't tell them.
Okay, yeah, I won't tell you who it is. But,
no, wait.
But yeah, wait for that. Next week we're gonna have the first guest. But yeah, man, back to you being out in Korea, man. What's it been like so far?
It's been cool. Just trying to immerse myself in the culture. I only been here a short period of time, but like I said, trying to immerse myself in the culture. Bowing, like actually taking a bow to people. That's different for me. It's like in military college when we had to salute everybody. We do bows, the food, kimchi with like everything. If you don't know what kimchi is, I recommend you try it. It's pretty good, but it's super spicy.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
And then just obviously I don't understand the language, so
yeah,
I'm just out here.
How's that? Because when I was in Thailand, it was there's a definite language barrier, but for whatever reason, I made it work, and it never really got in the way. Is it real tough? Because I don't know, maybe Thailand was different because I think they are probably used to tourism out there, but and so there was probably a lot of people that do speak English.
Yeah, like a lot of my teammates speak a little English. They got an English translator here for me. It's me and two other Americans here. So as an English translator, my coach, he understands English. But being out like amongst the people, it's always a language barrier, you know, when you're talking and stuff. But the best form of communication for me is just doing this.
That's how.
And pointing at everything.
That's how it was in Thailand. A lot of gestures, you know, a lot of sign language.
Yeah.
Not real.
Yeah, I was at 7-Eleven the other day, and the lady, it was buy 2 candy bars and get one free. So I tried to buy 2 Snickers and get a Twix for free. And I pointed. She was like, yeah. Then I grabbed 2 Snickers and tried to get a Twix. She pointed and was like, no. And was like, you got to get 3 Snickers. And then she picked some shit out my hair from me. I was like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. I take that.
Nah, with the Twix, you get free hair treatment.
She was like, yeah. She said, come down. So I'll go like this. She said, oh. She said, no, lower. So I go like this. Then she'd take some shit out, a twig or something was in my hair. And she'd take out the twig. It's like, it's awesome.
You out there looking like Martin and Najee Ramba.
That's why I can't take off the mask. I can't let you see what's going on with my beard right now.
Come on,
hair growing up to my eyeballs and shit.
It's killing me with that mask on.
It's crazy
he
right
over
now.
here doing the whole episode with the mask on. So yeah, that's interesting though. That one thing that I didn't even think about until you said it was that your coach does speak English, or you said he understands it. And I know. So how is that like during practice? So does he speak English?
A little bit, but the translator is at every practice too.
Okay,
so I kind of
okay.
talk to both of them, and then what the coach don't understand, the translator tells the coach, and then me and the coach talk a little bit, and then when he can't get across in English, he tells to the translator in Korean, and then he tells me in English.
Wow, that's crazy. Damn.
Yeah, so it's like a middleman that that makes sure that there's no communication barriers.
Damn. Have you got cussed out in Korean yet?
Nah, not yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Because then does the translator then like cuss you out? Like he got to, right? I mean, it's just straight up just transcribing.
Nah, he'll probably
fluff it up.
He'll probably dumb it down a little bit. Yeah, he'll clean it up. He'll clean it up a little bit. He'll clean it up. Let me know what I'm doing wrong.
Damn, that's interesting. That's cool that you get to experience that, man. You said that you have 2 other Americans on your team. I know a lot of overseas basketball, or overseas sports, there's a limit to how many Americans you can actually have on a team. Is that the case in this situation?
Yeah. So you can have 2. Yeah, you can have 2 American or 2 imports, and then the other American that we have. So me and 1 American, we play. We're the imports. And then the other American we have is actually a coach for our team.
Wow.
So I talk to him a lot. Too, and ask him a lot of questions and stuff. Because he played in the Korean League for maybe 6-7 years. So they love him over here. So he ended up becoming a basketball coach here. And he helps me with the plays and trying to help me understand like the game is different. It's different everywhere you go. So I know it's basketball, it's 2 hoops, whatever, but the style of play and everything is a lot different. So he's helping me get acclimated to that, and just keeping me locked in and keeping me focused on what we're trying to do out here.
Right. What is the style of play like in comparison to how it is in America?
It's just little things like here. I think like in America, guys are more patient. Pick and choose their spots. And here it's like the fucking road runner. Like everybody's Speedy Gonzalez. And everybody just going 100 miles an hour. Whereas me, I like to choose my spots. But it's like, okay, now you gotta go like super fast. So I got to learn how to pace myself differently than what I would do at home. So overall, this shit really is just a big ass adjustment from the culture to the sports to everything. So,
you've been overseas. You've had quite a successful overseas career. What other teams have you? What other countries have you played for? And what is this like? Because this is your first time in an Asian country, right?
No, Philippines. I was in Philippines.
Oh, right. So tell me about those the other countries you played for, and what's the difference between this one?
The other countries I played for, I say I just shorten it and say like the European countries and the Asian countries. The difference I just think is, it's just the style of play. I think, you got good basketball players everywhere. Europe is a little more, I guess, what's the word I use? Like beefier. The guys are a little bigger. I would say more skilled. As you can see, the Europeans that come to the NBA and things like that bring a lot of skill and fundamental. And then in the Asian countries, I think it's just more like, I haven't played a Korean game yet, but like in the Philippines was very physical. I felt like the Filipino guys got away with a lot of stuff against the Americans that they probably normally wouldn't get away with.
Man, not to cut you
things
off,
like that.
Just a little sidebar. I saw this special. I forget what I was watching, but it was like on E60 or some shit. But it was about this like tenement building in the Philippines where they have this court right in the middle of. It's kind of like a project building. It's these big this big development, but right in the middle is this court that they paint these murals on the court, and they did this really dope one for Kobe. But even before that, it's been going on. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that, but I do know basketball is like the number one sport.
Yeah,
in the Philippines.
It's crazy.
Like, they absolutely love basketball in the Philippines. Like, it's like how Americans love football on Sundays. They love basketball every day. And they got a lot of Filipino influence is based on is Americanized because our military was there for so long. So we influence a lot of what they have going on over there too, like in Manila, which is the capital.
Yeah.
But it's pretty, it's dope. Those Asian countries are pretty dope, man. I've been to Taiwan too, in Taiwan. It was pretty, Asia is a real dope culture. For y'all that haven't been to Asia, I recommend you guys all travel there once in your life.
Yeah, man. Thailand's awesome. I want to go to the Philippines for sure. Stopped in Japan for a little bit, but I really want to go back to Japan. But yeah, that's dope that you mentioned. The first thing you mentioned, I was expecting you to answer with something else, but you said, you're just trying to immerse yourself in the culture. And that is always my goal when I go somewhere outside of the country. Like, I don't want to be on a resort. I want to get in with the people and like understand what, that's how you gain a lot of perspective in life. So
I think that's important though. I think it's also a respect to the people of the country you visited. Like, you shouldn't just go there, like you said, you should come there with an open mind because, like you said, that's how it helps you gain perspective in life. Like, just to open your eyes, open your mind, open your ears to different things and allowing different things to your soul, I think, to help you become a better person and have different views on the world. So I think when you visit in other countries, it's important to really take time to try to understand the culture and do some of the things that they do as a way to pay your respects, man. It's important for real.
absolutely. But yeah, I'm sitting here looking up this court mural shit because the story about it was like these people were facing eviction. I think it was because of a natural disaster. I believe it was earthquakes. Like I think it's sitting right on the tectonic plate, and they refuse to leave. They're like, this is our temple. You know, this is what.
Yeah.
This is like, we're never leaving. But you know, and I
All right.
looked that up. I'm gonna make sure we.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna look it up. I got. So like for me, doing like traveling for basketball and seeing all this different stuff, different places. I mean, you know, I never really asked you this, but as a rapper, as an entertainer, when you travel and you go on tour and different shows, I'm sure it's got to be similar in some sense. Like what's a tour life like for somebody in your profession? Like, is it similar? Is like waking up, making sure you eat right? I know you got to practice. Just all that. What's that?
I think it's similar in a lot of ways, but I think it's different in a lot of ways too. Or maybe, and this is, I want to hear from you, but a bad thing about tour life when you're an artist is like naturally the party culture kind of comes with it. And so it kind of feels like,
Facts, big facts.
So it's like, you're kind of like, when you're not working and when you can responsibly, you're kind of like celebrating that's what you're doing. So like on your off days or your nights and stuff, you're partying, you know, you're going out, you're seeing things, you're doing stuff. As far as practice goes, it's really just kind of like, when you have multiple shows back to back, you're kind of already in a groove. It's just little points in the day where you're switching up your set. You're saying, okay, well, this crowd tonight is going to be different. Or I want to try out this song, so let's do this. So when I'm with my DJ, we'll just like run through it, even, you know, in somebody's living room or a hotel or whatever. We'll run through it. And just be like, all right, yeah. And then I'm going to do this here. And then I'm lucky to have a DJ where we have chemistry, so we don't have to do a whole lot of practicing and stuff when we're on the road like that. We'll just run through some shit and then we'll go out and get it done. So not a whole lot of practicing. If I'm doing something new or something that I haven't performed in a while, like during the day, I'll definitely be listening to it in my headphones and practicing like by myself. One thing that I always do when I'm on the road is I make sure I get a workout in every day. So for me, for me,
because your health is important
for sure, and just for me, the kind of person I am, if I don't do that, I won't feel good. I won't have a good day, and so.
But that helps you get into your rhythm
for sure.
So that's like your pregame ritual.
Absolutely, and a lot of
synonymous.
Yeah. We're getting overseas drops. Synonymous. Yeah. And I like to run on the treadmill or do the cardio part on with the beat and rap while I'm running or while I'm exercising.
So you kind of like visualizing your success or your show for that night during your workout.
100%. Yep. Visualizing it all day. Then you go out there and do it. And then after you do it, you go and get litty. And then you have fun in whatever city you're in and you experience it. And, you know, yeah, it's a great time.
So it's the same. It's the same. Because you might have back-to-back shows. Basketball, you might have back-to-back games. You do a pregame ritual. Like for me, it was before a game, I did core work, stretching, and I ate pasta and said a prayer. And then you going through your set with the DJ before a show. It's like us going through a walkthrough for the team that we're about to play that night, which changes every time.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you got synonymous. Oh
yeah, we party.
So
It's no lack of
yeah,
fun.
that was gonna be my next question. Was like, yeah, because I know early on. That's definitely when you first got in the league. I'm sure did that. And yeah, so tell me about that.
I'm just thinking about some. I'm just thinking about some nights. That's all. That's all I'm over here doing. What you want to know, man?
Man, just whatever, man. Tell me, like,
fucking,
just
fucking Flashback Friday right now.
Yeah, I don't need to know nothing crazy, no detail. You ain't gotta put it all out there. But I just want the people to know, and get a little taste of what it's like. I mean, I remember the first time I came and saw you when you were, I think this was when you were in Charlotte. We showed up at the Ritz-Carlton,
That was my spot.
the Ritz-Carlton. But you know what? You might have been playing against them. You were playing against them. You were playing for the Warriors because that's where you were in the hotel. And it was,
So,
and I came up there. You had a personal barber. You were getting your hair cut in the hotel bathroom with a TV screen. I never see this is the first time I ever seen this. There was a TV screen in the mirror while you were getting your hair cut. I remember we came in there. Your barber, we were just chilling. Your barber was like, yeah, he raps, and so your barber spit some shit, and then you made me spit some shit for him, and then that night, of course, we went out. We had a great time. But yeah, just paint a little picture. Like, what was it like, early on in the league with those road trips and, just how that was, man.
I think every city varied, but in an overall perspective and scheme of things, it pretty much was like you fly into a city. You check into the hotel. You might go get something to eat, or you might know some people in that city. You might hang out a little bit, and then depending on what night it was, Friday or Saturday night, you go into whatever's popping that night. Of course, beforehand, or somebody in your team knows the party promoter or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So of course the announcement is made when you're in the club. Such and such is here. Such and such team is here. And of course when you go in, people are gonna know who you are because everybody fucking 6'6" and
right.
up, 6'5" and up.
Easy pickings.
And
then
it's just.
And it's on from there.
It's alcohol. It's on from there. It's on from there. I leave the rest to you guys' imagination, but it's on from there. Alcohol everywhere. You're just having a good time with your friends, with your teammates, people like I said you might know in that city, your boys, your family, whoever it may be, your teammates, friends, boy. You're just having a good time, enjoying yourself, and you just go from there. Yeah. And then the next morning, you probably got a 9:00 bus or something to shoot around. So you got to get up and go do your job, go to shoot around, come back, eat lunch or brunch.
And let me tell you, man.
You talk over stuff and you go play.
Let me tell you the moment that I knew you were going to make it to the NBA. I never knew this before, but, before this moment. But it all makes so much sense now. And it makes sense why you were able to transition to the NBA and live that life on the road and be up all night at the club and then be at the shoot around at 9 a.m. So at VMI, we have this thing called Ring Figure, and it's like the big part. It's like the only real time at VMI that you're allowed to have fun, like on their watch. Otherwise, you got to sneak out.
Legal fun.
Because it's kind of like the celebration of like, we can finally see the light. We're almost about to graduate and get out of here. So it's this big
big-ass
we
ring.
get this huge
God.
ring, and we get dressed up in all white. We get a fly date. We have a good time, and then we get hammered. And wow, this
Hammered
dude
is not the word.
this dude Reggie got hammered, like to the point where, you know, we thought it might be, he needs some milk.
You performed and I fell off the stage.
That's right. That's exactly what happened.
I got the headlocker
Like a
twisted
dreadlocker, make you want to pop a locker, stop and take a shot of vodka. Yeah, the rockin' riggedy.
Yeah. I think I drank a whole bottle, damn near a whole bottle of Patron.
But yeah,
not no little bottle.
The whole bottle, he really did.
Yeah.
And I remember they saw.
He was 20 years old?
They saw us dragging him back up to the hotel room, like looking like we're just hauling a dead body. So a cop comes up and he starts, you know, he's like, nah, he's got to go. Y'all got to take him to the hospital or something. Like he ain't good. We're like, nah, he's good. He's good. He's like, prove it. I'm gonna ask him some questions. And like, Reggie, listen up. He's like, what's your name? What's your name, son? He said,
Don't do that.
This is it. And then we done with this story. But I got to, because
No, you can tell the whole
it's one of my
story,
favorites,
but-
man. It's one of my favorite quotes. So he's like, Reggie slump. He's like, what's your name? He said, Reginald, motherfucker. He said, what year are you? I'm a junior, bitch. Talking to the cop, and the cop just laughed and was like, yep, I guess he's good. I'm out of here. My job's done. You guys got him. And
I can't believe
and
I
this
wasn't practicing.
dude threw up all night. He threw up all night, like seriously, like it was looking ugly. Like we knew for sure, like he was out of commission the next day. But the next day you had practice at like what time? Like 7? 8?
No. It was like 8 or 9 type.
Still.
Yeah, like 8 or 9. I couldn't believe my coach made us fucking
Yeah,
practice.
that was crazy. But this dude got up,
Made it on time. Drunk as hell. in
practiced, and then just like came back with a box of pizza later on in the day, just acting like nothing happened. And I was like, oh, he different. This dude's different.
I remember that shit.
This
My
dude's
teammates
different.
was like, bro, you smell like straight alcohol. I said, yeah, I'm still drunk.
Be like, yeah, like what the fuck did you expect? Like,
Yeah, you lucky I'm here.
everybody knows, man.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
you don't schedule shit for around ring figure. Like you just know.
No, that was
Yeah.
I was built different.
But that's when I knew. That's why it doesn't surprise me that you were able to go and like live that, because, you know, me, like that's kind of, I gotta keep in mind to take care of myself when I'm on the road, because
right.
it can spiral out of control quick for me, you know, and you know it's fun. You're living in the moment and you want to have fun, and you do have to check yourself, but.
Right. It just, man, I think for me, it was just more like one of those things like, you know, you can have fun, but you still got to take care of your business. So, you know, in college, obviously, that's the whole reason I was at college, for basketball. So the last thing I wanted to do was fuck anything up with
Right.
that. So I was like, shit, I'm going to go hard. I went hard. Y'all took care of me. And I got up. It's just like that night. Do you remember? Do you remember that night I passed out at JMU and they brought me back to the locker room at VMI, and I woke up the next day and went and played paintball?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know if you remember that night.
Well,
but-
was that like a FTX or was it the... Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll toot my own horn. So that 4th class FTX, I got real fucked up before that. So I went to JMU. It wasn't the same night because this was fourth class FTX. Same for you?
Yeah, okay. Mine was mine was in fourth class.
So at the end of your freshman year, the last thing they do after they make your life miserable for the whole year, basically, the last thing they do is drop you off in the woods for like 3 days with a bag of trail mix and tell you to find your way back. And bro, I remember coming back and we went to the basketball locker room and ate Arby's sandwiches, bro. Like dragging some Arby's sandwiches. They never tasted so good. Man, I appreciated that.
Hey, that basketball locker room was a fucking sanctuary.
It was lit. I mean, the football area the football office was important too, but y'all's was dope because there wasn't a lot of y'all. With us, there's 60 people or something that you got to share a space with. Yeah.
All right. It was just like 12 of us.
Yeah.
Speaking of basketball, did you watch the All-Star game?
Thank you for bringing a lot to talk about. Yes, I did. That's why I'm rocking my Let Love Have the Last Word with the Chicago skyline in the background for common sense, baby, because Reg,
he got MVP.
He got MVP, bro. MVP of the whole night. Did you see his intro?
No, so tell me, I missed the performances of Dame Lillard, Lil Wayne, Chance's halftime show. Any performance I didn't get a chance to catch just because I was out here practicing stuff.
Yeah, well, the performance of the whole weekend was Common's intro to the game. So he did like this spoken word piece where he
did in the technology data commercial that he be on TV.
Honestly, bro, at the end, and with AI, we can change the world. It kind of felt like that at the end of his performance. I was like, all right, man, it's been kind of the same cadence now. But no disrespect at all, because it was incredible. He came out and did this. It had a beat backing to it, but he wasn't rapping to the beat. It was really kind of spoken word, and it was just kind of complimenting it. But he talked about, he mentioned Jordan. He talked about D Wade, and he had this little kid out on stage, and it was kind of like a Broadway play. He was the kid. He was talking about this kid growing up in Chicago and having a drink
like Cats. Go ahead, Mama.
Yes, I did see Cats on Broadway last weekend. We can get to that. We can get to that. Look, I'm a sucker for Broadways, man. You give me a free Broadway show, I'm going to it, man. I'm going to it because that's like my secret dream is to be on Broadway one day. But anyway,
Les Miserables.
Yeah, Hamilton, bro. I need to be on the Hamilton. But yeah, so it was just, man, it gave me chills. And then he went into a Kobe segment and he was talking about, Jordan and Kobe and then Kobe's impact. And for real, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. You got to watch it.
I'm gonna check it out.
And then from there, he transitioned right into introducing each member of the All-Star team, and he would do a rhyme for each person, and I thought that was super dope. It's like what
you know what that sounds like?
What's that?
But never mind. Go ahead. Never mind.
Well, what I was gonna say is at weddings I've done that before. Like people have, you were thinking the same thing because that's what we did at my wedding, and then I've been contracted to do it for like multiple weddings. So I was sitting there watching it with my mom because she's a big Common fan. She actually got me this hoodie. Shout out to Mama Lud. But she was like, "Yeah, this is like what you do at the weddings." But yeah, shout out to Common. He killed it. As far as the other performances, though, man, what'd you mention? Damian Lillard. He performed at the dunk contest or the night before.
Okay. Yeah, how was that? Okay. He getting his feet wet though.
Yeah, I mean, I know he can rap. He can rap. And yeah, he's got to get his feet wet. I mean, you could tell he hasn't been on that many stages before.
Well, he kind of busy doing something else too.
Exactly, man. But I'm just judging it for what it was. If you get up on that stage, then you got to be, and especially if you bring out Lil Wayne with you, you got to understand it. Okay, well, I'm on this playing field, so you're gonna have to get judged on that, and I'm not.
You gotta switch hats.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not hating. I'm just, he needs to be on more stages for sure. But yeah, I just the chance joint at halftime was awesome. You could tell that he was like super excited to be there though, because I mean, yo, Reggie still got the mask on, dude. I can't talk anymore. I'm sitting here like,
come on,
this dude's got the mask on still. Yo, God.
But Chance, Chance rep Chicago heavy.
Right.
Very
yeah,
heavy.
So I know it was like a huge deal. This is probably one of the biggest moments in his life because he's in Chicago at the All-Star game and he had a great set. But the only thing I would say is in the beginning, he was so hype. And I know what it's like to be in this position. Sometimes when you're performing, you get so excited in the moment and you're jumping around and you're doing all the crazy shit that you forget, like, oh shit, I gotta rap too. I gotta, and when you're watching it on TV and we're getting the live feed of what the audio actually is, it's tough. So he gathered himself like halfway through and I was just like, man, yeah, I've been there before. Like I ain't been there before, not on that stage, but I know what it's like to be so caught up in the moment that you forget and then you got to check yourself. And, but his song selection.
So he was like a bicycle. He was like a bicycle whose chain came off and then like jumped back on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, sometimes your chain fixes itself if you keep, you pedal forward and back and forward and back, and then it come back on the
but it came off because he was pedaling too fast. He was just oh shit. All right, let me put this back on. Okay, now we get in the right gear. Yep. Mm-hmm. Right. And now we grooving. Okay. And then he finished with the song that he originally did for Muhammad Ali when he passed, and he dedicated it to Kobe. And it was dope. So that's the performances though. But yo, the fuck?
The game?
Not even the game, man. Hold on. All right.
Loved it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go to the game. Let's go to the game because the biggest moment to me is after that. So yeah, let's talk about the game.
I thought the game was great until one moment. Mm-hmm. In the whole game.
The final foul call?
Yes. It ruined it. So as a fan, okay, let me say this. As a basketball player, LeBron James made the right play. I know I got the mask.
I know the mask was killing me, bro.
I'm over here looking like Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Fucking
no.
Get over here.
It's great. It's great. No.
As a fan, as a player, he made the absolute right play. It was a mismatch, Anthony Davis on Kyle Lowry.
But you don't want to see it end like that,
I want to see it was LeBron and Giannis at the top of the key, one-on-one.
Yes.
And it was either you score and you win, or Giannis comes down and plays you one-on-one and he scores and they win.
Absolutely right.
And that's the ending I wanted to see. That's what I wanted.
I think that,
and I say this. Oh, go ahead.
No, I think that's what everybody wanted.
Yeah, I think for me, I tell everybody this when they ask me about basketball players. I think LeBron is the best overall basketball player that the NBA has today. Shooting, passing, rebounding, making your teammates better, etc. He fits the whole of a creative player. He's like your player. But I think it'll continue to. I think one of the reasons people don't consider him the GOAT is for reasons and situations like that, and not stepping up to the plate of taking advantage of that moment and proving to everybody in the world that it's still your league.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a defining moment. Like Kobe, he would have went one-on-one. Give me the ball, I'm ending this game. Michael Jordan, he would have went one-on-one. Give me the ball, I'm ending this game. And I think that's the difference that separates them from him. Especially that would have been even more fitting since Kobe died. That's Mamba mentality right there.
Right.
So pay your tribute.
Right.
Let me end this game.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I agree with you on that. And I want to finish talking about the game, so I know this is going to take us somewhere else, but we got to come back. But that also reminds me that, LeBron, he never did a dunk contest. It kind of goes hand in hand with that. Like, to me, I think that's the same mentality you're talking about. Like, prove that you are the baddest in every facet, and that's what Jordan did. Jordan wasn't scared to get on that big platform, and I think somewhere, I don't know where it started to tail off, but somewhere guys started kind of shying away from that, and I just would have. I mean, I was talking about it while we were watching the game. I would have still loved to see LeBron be in the dunk contest. He could have done it this year. I mean, he still could do it. Like, some of the dunks he does in the games are crazy.
Yeah, they dunk contest worthy, right, for sure.
But that would have been, just as a fan, man, I would have loved to see him. That's
Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, and you got both captains for the game-winning point at the top of the key in the isolation. The whole court was spread. I gotta go for it. So let me ask you a question. If LeBron doesn't score and then Giannis comes down and scores on LeBron, does that tarnish LeBron's legacy?
Say that again.
A little bit.
Say it again.
Say LeBron takes a chance at that moment and doesn't score, and then Giannis comes down and scores on him. Does that put a chink in LeBron's legacy?
Hell no, man. No, it's an all-star game, but that I think is why he maybe part of like why he didn't try to make that play. Maybe I think he's thinking that. Yeah. You know? Like, he's like, if I fuck this up, then it's gonna make me look like a chump. But I
think it still made him look a little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was a play, but also I don't know. Because you're right. I mean, LeBron should at this point have the composure and the poise in that moment to realize, like, this is what the people want. Fuck it.
Everybody wanted that. Everybody was like, "Oh, motherfucker was at the edge of their seat." Like, this is it.
Because the excuse that I was gonna make for him was that because things got heated in the end, they're really playing now.
Yeah.
And
Giannis blocked 2 of his shots.
Yes, shit was awesome. But the excuse I was gonna make for him was that his basketball IQ just kicked in. He's like, where's the best play? Oh, mismatch, boom. And then he might be like, oh, fuck, shit, I should have just took it because it is the All-Star game. But at this point, I don't know. Like, LeBron should know, like, hey, this is just showtime right now.
Right. I mean, it happened. It's over now. But that's my only issue that I had with that. And it ended on a free throw. I wish it wouldn't end.
So bad. Yeah, it was so bad that it ended on a free throw. But what do you think of the format, though?
Yeah.
The format.
It was cool. I thought it was. It was pretty much a regular game. All they did was took their scores from the first 3 quarters and added them up to the fourth quarter, and then you just have a score that you got to reach. So the fourth quarter pretty much turns in. We playing one game to 24 points.
But I love that.
Or to a certain number.
I like that. It makes it feel like.
No, that was cool.
Yeah, it makes it feel like cool. You playing. Playing in the backyard, it's just like, and it's similar to the TBT tournament.
The TBT, similar to TBT.
And you played in that twice, and so
shit, 4 times.
Damn, my bad. So how did they calculate that fourth quarter score that you got to get to?
So the TBT, it's the same. It's the same as that. They take basically you play your whole game. So say the first quarter, one team wins 28-10. The next quarter, the next team wins 28-10. So it's a tie game. Then the next quarter, one team wins the quarter 11-10. So going into the fourth quarter, it's a 1-point game. So all they do in the TBT is they add, it becomes a fourth quarter to a certain score. So this game was a plus 24 from the highest score, which made it a target score of 157. So let's say in the TBT, the score is 100 to 101. They do a plus 8. So the first team to 109 wins.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. It's just they add it to a target score, but whoever has the highest score, they do like plus 8 or plus 10 from whoever has the highest score. So the team with the lead has the advantage.
Okay.
But what people don't realize is when you got the lead, that shit kind of makes it harder.
Right. Yeah. No, I.
So that's all. It's cool. It just turned into a pickup game.
Exactly. That's what I liked about it. There were 2 charges taken, I think, in the fourth quarter, and this.
Which in a real pickup game, you'll never get that. Right. I want y'all people to know that.
For sure.
I wish you would take a charge in a pickup game. If you don't get your ass up.
Right.
And run back down the court. We are not giving you charges.
Well, I mean, come on. That's all things equal here. That's to be expected.
Dikembe. Clip that in on the video. Dikembe in the back like this. Does not happen.
Fuck out of here. No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not saying that I agree with you 1,000%, but in the NBA, it's still an NBA game. There's still officials out there. I mean, I liked it. I liked seeing it because you got some real defense being played. Dudes putting their body on the lines, and you like to see that as a fan because it's an all-star game. You don't have to do that. No.
Respect. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in a real pickup game, like if you go to the park or the YMCA or something, we're not giving you no charge.
Yes.
Ain't no referees.
Of course.
Like get out the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that game, I thought it made it interesting because dudes really were playing the game of basketball as it is, instead of it just being a fun all-star game, which in the past we've had dudes go hard in the fourth quarter. But this time it's like nobody could score. Like, we really locking up out here.
Right. Yeah.
And I thought that was dope. Like, it was really dope to see that. It shows the high-class level of athletes that play that game.
And I like watching the All-Star game to see the alley-oops, man. To see what kind of different oops we gonna get. There was like a double joint in the first or second quarter. I forget who it was, but there was some great dunks, and I just love it for the showmanship, really. And then the fourth quarter, I always hoped that they turn it up, and this year they did, and people really
they turned it all the way up.
And so I was totally pleased, except for I agree with you, except for that last play, man, how it ended with a free throw, and I was hoping AD was gonna miss that second one.
I did. I ain't gonna lie.
I was hoping because I didn't want to see it end like that. Very anticlimactic. I didn't want to see it end like that.
I want him to come down and kind of get to it, but it is what it is. It was. It's at the end of the day, it still turned out to be a great game. So, yeah. Who do you think? Oh man, guess what? You lost a bet.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about before we talked about the actual game.
My bad.
Yeah, but no, it's just, it's fitting because there's a lot to fucking talk about. On the surface, it's just a dunk contest. I lost a stupid bet. No, it's a lot deeper than that, man. There's a whole conspiracy behind this shit, man. And I don't know if you hip out there in Korea. I don't know if you understand the magnitude of the situation, but there's some fucking collusion. There's some crazy shit going on. I didn't like it. Reggie. I didn't like it. But as far as the dunk contest itself, that was one of the best ones that's happened in a while. There was.
What do you think was the best dunk that happened?
It was one of the Aaron Gordon dunks. I think it was when he took who was holding the doesn't matter. He jumped over somebody holding the ball.
Chance.
Was it Chance? Chance looked so scared out there. He's like, please don't make me throw this. He was sweating. Like, he was, but he jumped up, grabbed it, went between the legs. No, there was another one, yo. There was another one. I can't remember. It was one of the baseline ones where he went like
the
reverse
one when
tornado.
He threw off the side of the backboard and caught it with
yes.
and spun like I'm in the chair. And
that was nice. That was nice. Yeah, no, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. But fuck, man. And then he jumped over Taco. And you know what though? And there's no, I'm not making any excuse for D Wade because the judges because they fucked that one up. But Taco also didn't help him. If you looked at it on slow motion, like he got over him fine, but Taco's hands were like got caught up in him, and then he kind of like overreacted and made it look like he was getting knocked over because he cleared him. But
regardless, he cleared him with no help.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't push
off.
He
didn't push off at all.
Okay, Taco went from 7'6" to what? 7'3"?
Right, exactly.
He cleared him.
So how does that not deserve a 10? We've never seen anybody do that. Like, what?
I agree with you.
So you're still
Aaron Gordon should have won, bro.
So you're still gonna make me honor the bet and make me rap a Logic verse in a Steelers jersey?
Yeah, because if you Google 2020 NBA slam dunk champion, it says Derrick Jones. So you lost,
man. And
yeah, don't worry. When I come home, we'll on the first one episode when I'm back home, we'll honor that bet.
All right. Well, you got to supply the Steelers jersey because I'm not doing any work on my end trying to get that shit.
That's all right.
I mean,
what you bought a large?
Large is cool. You could,
I get one that says Logic on it.
Yeah, you can find one straight out the sweatshop out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's what number you want. What number you want?
Yeah, customize that shit for me.
It's fucked up. Just for that, I'm gonna give you number 0.
Nah, give me number 90, and put on the back Dunk Champ. Dunk Champ. No, 0-0. Yeah, do a fucking 0. Do it. Yeah, this for Aaron Gordon. 0-0 Dunk Champ, the real champ.
No, you don't get what you want.
Come on, here we go. 20 for the year 20, right? And then on the back, the real champ. The real champ of 20.
No, you don't get what you want. You get a Steelers jersey that say Ludden on it. You can't get 90 because that's TJ Watt number.
Damn, dog. I was about to have you doing some wild shit too. I was gonna direct the hell out of a video.
Yeah, I won't be hoarding on the court this week.
White walls on the court. Yo.
Not this week. I won't be flicking out my switchblade, tucking it back in.
Oh my God, bro. But I mean, like, I would say we gotta reevaluate the judges. But see, I thought like somebody like Common or the Black Panther was gonna fuck it up. But they didn't. In the end, it was D Wade.
It was Nas.
Yeah, he fucked. D Wade is not Nas anymore, bro. D Wade is not Nas anymore. After that, no, fuck that. We gotta find a better. We gotta find a better equivalent. He's Jordan now. Nas is Jordan. D Wade is Logic.
Nas is Jordan.
D Wade is Logic to me now. After those,
D Wade had to hold it down for Miami though.
You would have done the same thing.
Nah, Aaron Gordon would have won.
Yeah, exactly.
He jumped over Taco
Exactly,
Fall, bro.
but he kept going. D-Wade kept going. Let's just make it a tie. Let's just make it a tie on the broadcast. He kept saying that, and I'm thinking they better not make it a fucking tie.
I mean, Derrick Jones did throw it off the glass, he threw it off the glass, jumped over somebody, and put it between his legs.
No,
that's impressive.
No, Derrick Jones' dunks were all crazy. It just shouldn't have ended that way. It shouldn't have just ended because D-Wade decided, I'm going to give it to my guy, and let's just end this, or it's not going to end. Because what they were saying was, and what I read afterwards was, if they gave him all 10s, then they were just going to come together and decide who was the winner. They were just gonna pick.
Yeah.
And I think that's better than giving a fake score, like giving to fix the deck.
But overall though, the whole All-Star weekend was
great.
I got to get an NBA. They showed out.
I agree.
Chicago All-Star 2020 showed out.
All-Star 2020 was great, man. I agree.
Showed out. That's gonna be hard to live up to next year.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
Definitely. I really enjoyed that a lot. I watched it over here in Korea, and we all were here like, oh shit, what the fuck? This is.
You watch it? Like you watch it with your teammates?
Couple of them, watched it a little bit. It's crazy.
Do your teammates really love the NBA and stuff? They watch.
I mean, they just watch.
Who's the LeBron of?
I don't know yet, but I will have that for you.
Yeah, I need to know. It's just because I
got to start playing some games and stuff like that. Once I do that, I can see who's who and what is what.
Yeah.
So I don't know yet, but I'll find out.
Yeah, because when you think of Korea, you don't usually.
I'm sure I probably have to guard him or something.
Yeah, shut him down.
He might give me a bucket. I told you before my defense.
But come on, dog. It's different. You said it.
Hey, never sleep on your opponent.
No, I know, but don't sleep on yourself.
Never. Oh, I never done that. If I had did that, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Right.
You gotta have confidence. But it's just like I said, I won't sleep, but I will find out as the more I'm here, we talk about it more. I'll tell you more about the game and the competition and how it is. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Tracking you on this journey, and like I said, we're gonna keep these things going. We're gonna be checking in with you, seeing if you're, shutting down the LeBron of Korea or getting yammed on.
Getting cooked like ramen noodles.
Are you gonna play in the mask?
I thought about it, but I don't think it's legal.
Get a Rip Hamilton joint. Get a custom joint that.
Oh, here?
Yeah. Oh, no, cover up, bro. Cover up. It's not safe. Yo, can you?
Hey, what?
Yo,
how the Rap Elite going?
Oh, the Rap Elite is it's going well, man. It's a big event coming up this weekend. Actually, this Sunday. I'm performing a set. This past week, I had, or I guess it was 2 weeks ago, I did the draft. I drafted my guys. I got 3 dudes that are going to be performing in the open cypher. One of them is the homie Bravo, who I battled. I picked him with my 2nd round pick. He's going to go in and do work. I got a strong team, so I think my guys going to go out there and do their thing. And then I'm going to go out there and do my thing, perform a little set.
All right.
I think I'm going to do a couple joints off of the EP that I had to record because I lost the last bet. Fair and square, the Niners blew it. But,
If y'all ain't listening yet, it's on follow the Synonymous Podcast. Click on the link tree. Click on YouTube. And it's a 4-song EP Cane did. Check it out. It's called That's
It's all,
my bad.
Yeah, it's all on the YouTube. No, this is good. It's all on the YouTube channel exclusively right now. So you got to go there to hear it. But yeah, because I lost the last bet, the Super Bowl bet, I had to do a 4-track EP. Reggie picked all the beats. And So I put it together in like a day and a half. And so it's out there on YouTube. But I fuck with some of them joints. Like, so I'm gonna perform them and at the Rap Elite event this Sunday down in Richmond. If you're in the area and you're listening, it's at the Dark Room. Also, it's called the Hofmeyer building in Richmond, out in Scott's Edition. So that's gonna be this Sunday, the 23rd. So come out there, and then definitely listen to the EP, man. It was fun. It was like just a little lyrical exercise, just getting some shots up.
Yeah, just to keep your skills tight, keep your game sharp.
But man,
keep your game sharp.
I can't wait till I win one of these bets, man, because Reggie's gonna be rapping soon for y'all. Don't worry.
I got no bars for you guys.
Yeah.
None. No, that's exciting. The Rap Elite coming up. You're gonna perform a couple songs off That's a Bet. And what else you got?
Some shit off the album. I'm finishing up this mixtape called On Everything. That's gonna be dropping anytime now. I got a music video for one of the joints that's coming out. And then I'm working on some shit with the band. Got my own sound. That project's gonna be coming soon as well. I got all kind of shit going on, man. I can't even.
That's good.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
Yeah.
You trying to find time to waste time.
Should we send him out on that song? I was gonna play some new shit, but trying to find time to waste time.
That's a throwback.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
Yes, sir.
No, that's dope, man. I'm happy for you with the music. Who you listening to right now? What we got?
Oh, man. Boldy James. I know we mentioned it last week, but that Boldy James record is the hardest shit out right now. Boldy James and Alchemist. Yeah. Yep. That shit is fire. Man. And then I'm just listening to whatever the last thing I recorded. That's my Lil Wayne. For real, I haven't had time to listen to shit. I listened to the last thing I recorded, for real. Did you? That's what he said on Drink Champs. He was like these these new rappers mad because I don't know who they are, but I don't listen to nothing but me. He's like, I don't have time to, and that's how I feel lately. I've just been recording a lot of shit and working, and podcasting. What you listening to? Anything new this week?
This week, no, I think I just nothing really. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now who I just kind of skimmed over a little bit. That's what I listened to this week. I haven't went through the whole album yet, but it's not rap. It's not R&B really. I just started listening to the new Tame Impala album. So for y'all don't know who Tame Impala is, it's a little white dude. He just make good music, man. I seen him. I was torn between seeing his set. Well, I wasn't torn, but the first time I heard of him was this past summer at Lollapalooza when I went to see Childish Gambino, and him and Tame Impala and Childish Gambino kind of went on at the same time. And I didn't realize how big this dude was till then, and so I started listening to him. So if you all get a chance, check out Tame Impala.
You put me on him.
A little different, a little something different.
Yeah, you put me on him a while ago, and I gave a couple joints a listen, and I wasn't feeling it. But since you brought it up again, I'll give it another try.
Yeah, you might like it. You might not like it. You know.
Yeah, I'm not hip. I didn't know he was messing with Childish Gambino and all that.
Well, no, I mean when they were performing, his set.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it. I got you.
So I heard people I'm going to Lala and I'm waiting on Gambino, and I'm hearing people like, man, I don't know if I should stay here for Gambino or do I go see Tame Impala? And I'm like, who the fuck is Tame Impala?
That intrigued you enough to want to go see it.
Man, my fucking spidey senses went up. And I'm
he was like,
Tame Impala. So
Do you think you made the right decision? Because Gambino is a great performer.
of course, that's a no-brainer. Of course, I made the right decision.
Yeah, okay.
I had to see Gambino, especially since he's gonna stop rapping under that moniker at some point.
He should never.
I figure, you gotta check him out at least once.
Yeah.
And and also at that point, the music he was putting out was just, This Is America.
He came out with the Love Awaken, whatever that album is.
That album, the Summer Pack.
Oh my God, that Summer Pack was crazy.
Do love me, do love me, do. Do love me, do love me, do. 'Cause I love you, do love me, do love me, do. Do love me, do no one
Love you.
Yeah. So,
It feels like summer. How about that? Ooh, it feels like summer. Both of those are my feel good.
Yeah.
If I'm in a bad mood, if I remember it, I throw that shit on. Like that will change the vibe.
Yeah. So, like, I think I made the right decision. But Tame Impala, just give him a shot, listening to him. I try to listen to different stuff all the time anyway, and not be put in like just one box.
Yeah, Sturgill Simpson.
Rap and R&B.
You listen to you watch documentaries on CMT.
I do. I watch Sun Records. What's good? So,
my mom was listening to the podcast and she commented on that. She's like, Reggie watched that Sun Records. She's like, yeah, that was good. I was like, how the fuck did he know that Steve teaching me about Sun Records? My mom was impressed as I was.
Hey, you gotta, like I said, when you travel the world and you immerse yourself in different cultures and stuff, you said it. You get a whole perspective on everything.
All right, well, look, I challenge you for this next week. I challenge you to find some Korean hip hop. Find something.
Oh yeah, K-pop. You want Korean hip hop?
Yeah, not K-pop. I know K-pop is fire. I know K-pop is the shit out there. But I want you to find some Korean hip hop, because there's a lot of dope Korean hip hop too.
You know what I'll do? You know what I'm gonna give you for next week, and if you guys check out our playlist too that we've been making for Synonymous. Most of the songs we pick pretty much are people we've talked about in the podcast. Right. So we find music and we like to share it with you guys. So check out our latest one. But you know what I'll give you for next week? I won't just give you a Korean hip hop. I'll give you hip hop from every country I've played in so far.
International.
So I'll give you French. I'll give you German hip hop.
Oh yeah.
I give you Korean. I don't know if Russia got it, but I'm sure they do. I give you Russia, where I've been. I've been to Italy. I went to Italy for Christmas, so I'll give you some Italian.
Philippines. I know a Filipino rapper. He's from the Bay in Richmond. He's in Richmond now. I don't know if that counts, but he a Filipino.
That counts, because a lot of Filipinos people from the Bay have crazy Filipino roots.
Yeah, so I put on my boy Noah O on there, repping the Filipino gang.
I'll find a few different people or a few different songs for you.
Word.
And give them to you. We'll do international. We should have did a playlist since it was All-Star Weekend. We should have did a playlist of just athletes turned rappers or rapper athletes. And
we still got to
made a playlist for All-Star.
Yeah, we still got to talk about that. I saw Shaq did a Kobe tribute rap. And the last joint, wasn't Shaq dissing Damian Lillard like a little while ago?
They was going back and forth.
Shaq was going in, but his track was like 10 minutes long. No, I was like, all right, Shaq, I got to turn this off at some point.
Yeah, they was going crazy. That was good. That was fun. Very entertaining.
We gotta save that for another episode to talk about all the rappers turned athletes and vice versa. Athletes that rap. Basically, athletes that
rappers, or all the rappers now that play basketball and work out with these trainers.
Like who?
Like Quavo.
Oh yeah, I was watching this pickup game, man. I wanted to, maybe we should do this on another episode. I saw this pickup game. It was like Quavo, Drake, Justin Bieber, Did you watch that? I want to review that clip with you. I want to review that with you, and we can, analyze their games,
All right, we can do that.
But one more thing about Korea. Have you seen that movie Parasite?
No, but I heard it's really good, so it's on my list.
Son,
it's like
yes.
that.
It's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Well, it won an Oscar.
I know,
so.
Yeah. Man.
He's like the first foreign producer to ever win an Oscar.
It's incredible. So definitely check that out. Man, and we can talk about that once you've seen it. Give the people some time to catch up, so we're not giving spoilers. But yeah, man. We had about that time. It's been real. The only thing I ask next time is, get like a custom mask made next time. Come back like with a fucking some custom shit. Come with some designs on that joint.
I'm gonna come back dressed like fucking Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
Yeah, just up the ante a little bit more next time. Get that joint airbrushed, or you could get some. I'm sure there's some fly face masks out there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like I said, I immerse myself. I'm sure the art culture here is pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna figure all that out once I get more established here.
Word.
Definitely.
All right, bro. Well, look, we're all glad that you don't have any virus. It's just a precautionary measure. And we're happy that you're out in Korea, getting to see the world, doing what you love. Hey, man.
Facts.
It's been real.
As we do in Korea.
Hey. Bow. And like that, we out of here. Episode 4, Synonymous.
Shout out to my motherfucking camp. Got me feeling like a champ. While you cramp, trying to get to where I am. Got my girl mad at me cause these other hoes damn. Press the envelope till I finally get the stamp. And we on. Watch me get it. Laughing at the haters. Smiling for the critics. Cause they'll be saying they've been with it. Once it's cool to admit it. When they ain't been here in a minute. The support is looking vintage, but it's cool. I'm too busy. Couldn't live a day in my shoes. There's too many. I've been overpaying my dues. I'm too ready. And I can take my talents to a fucking new city. And I do it the same. Feel like I'm losing my brain. What you doing with a movement I could do in a day. In pursuit, but I cruise in my lane. I'm putting out hits, but I ain't got a shooter to pay. Suited for greatness. They say it's in my future, but I could taste it. You only get a moment, but will you waste it? Or will you own it? I don't know, but I'ma chase it. Face it, time is the matter. It's just a matter of time till my status incline, till my stars and my planet align. So I grind to the point I've exhausted every last bit of effort. And now I can't chill, I'm too busy getting better, so now I tell them I can't make time. I'm on a 24-hour, 7-day grind. Steady searching for success, and I'm looking at the top, trying to find time to waste time. Cause I ain't got time to waste. So you can't get the time today. On the grind, trying to find my way. So I say, trying to find time. Another day on my job, I just treat it like the rest. Too eager to be the best, no reason for me to rest. It's easy for me to stress until I'm at the top, like I'm standing on a skyscraper, beating on my chest. Go ape shit, I want great shit. Shooting for the stars with straps, but no famous. And I'm aiming at the top with my finger on the trigger, trying to make this little spot on the map look bigger. And they'll be bitter cause they not a part. Got a lot of hard work in my line of art. Got too much momentum now to stop it and park. And I can shine with a motherfucking shot in the dark. I got the juice now, Tupac in the part. I'm off the roof now, just doing what's in my heart. Dough coming soon like the father of Bart. And I'ma be able to put the whole shop in the card. I mean I'm anticipating my transition, waiting to land in the position I could picture painting from a fan wishing into a man risen. And you only ammunition if you isn't with the vision. And my future's so bright that I gotta squint. I'ma probably need something with a lot of tint. And I still got a lot to be accomplishing. So it's constant that I be working harder. And I just tell them